Okay, so your iPad on the front is plugged into channels 1 and 3. Yeah, 1 and 3 of the inputs on the stage, which are actually plugged into channels 22 and 23 on the board. So second layer, 22 and 23, the pink tracks and click. So that's your iPad right there. Of course, tracks is on 22, and then the click track, which should be just in your in-ear monitors, is on 23. And so those are right there. However, you have on your auxiliary ends right here, you do have something labeled iPad, which is this right here. The cable that was attached to this was giving us a bad issue. It was about a 50-foot speaker cable. So we put a shorter little cable on here, and we've gotten less interference from it. Still a little bit loud, a little bit of noise in the background, but I've got it muted right now and turned down. The other issue that we're facing, though, is on the computer. When I'm connected to the output here, you see it's a little bit scratchy sounding, but in my settings, it does not show up. I've got the monitors and I've got the recorder interface coming from the, or for the live stream coming from the board, but I don't have a headphone that shows up, which tells me that there's something wrong with this headphone jack. And without another little piece of equipment called an audio extractor, we can't really get sound from the computer without that headphone jack or that little box. And I can send you some information about that, but basically we need to take the audio, the HDMI that goes to one of the monitors, and run it through an extractor and pull the audio from that, since we can't get it from the headphone jack, which is strange. But there is, if I mute that computer, it goes completely quiet. So the computer is causing problems. We would probably need to remedy that, or just keep it muted if we don't need the audio from it, but I would suspect you do, since that's your video computer. And then the iPad connection here has a little bit of noise still in it, but not bad. And that comes down to just the adapter here, the iPhone to headphone adapter. But otherwise, everything on the stage is fine. So so what I would recommend is for us to put in an audio extractor for the computer to get that back online, and just use the iPad connection up here if needed. However, I don't know if there's any confusion about it, but you're here on 22 and 23 for your iPad that's on the stage. So, all right. If you have any other questions, you can email us, office@bensberg.tech, or jerry@bensberg.tech, 870-814-0714. Otherwise, I'm going to send you a proposal for that little box. And if you want us to return and do that, we'll just roll it all into one service call. So, all right. Thanks, you guys.